In this lecture, we'll take a break from Tableau for a minute and discuss exactly what is meant by data visualization. Specifically, we'll tie it back to Tableau by discussing the goals of data visualization and what every data visualization is striving to accomplish. Firstly, data visualization is defined as techniques used to communicate data or information by representing it graphically as visual objects. In other words, representing data as charts, tables, or even on maps. The goal is to communicate information clearly and efficiently to users. Whether the underlying data is straightforward or incredibly complex, data visualization aims to communicate that data with clarity, precision, and efficiency. For a data visualization tool to be effective, it must meet as many of the following points as possible. Obviously, it has to show the data. It has to induce the viewer to think about the substance rather than about methodology, graphic design, the technology of graphic production, or something else. In other words, it has to focus on the data. It has to avoid distorting what the data has to say, present many numbers in a small space quite often, make large data sets coherent, encourage the eye to compare different pieces of data, reveal the data at several levels of detail from a broad overview to defined structure, serve a reasonably clear purpose, description, exploration, tabulation, or decoration, be closely integrated with the statistical and verbal description of a dataset. Even though we only just taken a brief look at Tableau Desktop and what it can do, we can already see that Tableau ticks off many of the above boxes. However, this doesn't exactly mean that we can blindly race into developing Tableau charts and tables and simply assume that the Tableau will take care of everything for us. On the contrary, we still have quite a lot to do to make our data visualization as clear and as effective as possible. Knowing very little about the underlying data will make things difficult, and unfortunately, Tableau can't tell us if we are misinterpreting data. The old adage of garbage in, garbage out applies to any data visualization tool, no matter how slick the package is. Therefore, the first step before we even begin to assemble the data visually is to firmly understand and analyze the data, and be aware of any quirks and ensure that the data is adequately massaged or cleansed before we begin working with it in Tableau. Failure to do so will more than likely mean that our end product in Tableau will not be as effective as it can be. The next consideration is to work out exactly how to best represent the data, what type of chart to use, bar chart, line chart, something more exotic like a tree map. There is no hard and fast rule here, although your data will go a long way to drive which choice of chart you make, and it's something we'll take a longer look at in the next lecture. Luckily, Tableau also makes this somewhat easy by the Show Me chart selector. One of the nice features of Show Me is that it indicates the mandatory fields required for each chart type. If the mandatory fields requirements have not been met, then the chart type is grayed out and it can't be selected. This can therefore be used as a guide as to which chart types are more likely to be suitable for the data you've chosen. We've actually prepared a slide pack for you showing you different types of charts that are available in Tableau, and also with a little description of when you would use them and what are the prerequisites for each one of those.